Sorry lah, I opened Pokemon card last week, then you're not happy lah. But please now I give you back shoe lah, okay?
Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Sneak Peek. So I'm David.
And I'm Ethan.
Oh, I'm Brian.
Okay, yes, we're back once again with another episode of Sneak Peek. Yeah, so anyway, today we're back again to review another shoe. But we're gonna review a shoe that has been out for some time already. And it's a pretty good shoe. We haven't reviewed it. And without further ado, let's get into the shoe review. Here we have the Nike LDWaffle collaboration with
Fragment
and Sacai. Now, if you guys don't know, recently in this second half of the year, Nike has went with their releases of the LDWaffle. Of course, the original, the OGs, the black and white, hit the scene, causing a big stir. Everybody loved it, and now recently they have so many other iterations of this. But here, today we have the two arguably the best collabs of the LDWaffle series.
Oh, yeah.
First thoughts, what do you think about the shoe?
Actually, I wasn't super impressed by it, but on closer inspection, I actually like this pair a lot lah. It's actually, to me, maybe controversial, better than the OGs. No, because I like the extra details that they put on it. Okay, I mean, obviously it has the classic double swoosh, double lace, and of course the very weird heel area, but then I like the extra details that they add on, such as the fragment logo on the second tongue, and this two coat, is it called two coat? And of course with fragment Sacai on the other side as well lah. All these extra details, and I think the color, I like the color a lot more than the OGs lah. Personally. Okay, so
What do you have to say about this?
I prefer the OGs, especially the grey one. Mainly cause the material. And I feel like this suede material is kind of shit.
Oh,
that's what I wanted to say, because I don't usually like suede on shoes, but I think it actually works for this pair for me lah, personally lah.
So here we have the classic, not I would say classic, but the LDWaffle silhouette. But the difference is that what both of them mentioned, the materials they use. It is a very rough suede on the uppers as well as along the lace holes. Overall, it's a solid look lah, I feel. Like what David said, they also utilize a lot of very raw cut and sew material, the finish, for example, like along the tongue, therefore giving the shoe a very rugged look. So my thoughts, I kind of like it. I kind of really like it, and I think that the two colorways can be elevated in a very simple manner. First of all, for the grey ones, you literally just have to switch out one of the lace to white, so you have that white and grey weaving along each other. The navy, I feel that it's too navy already. On first look, right, I felt that this navy color was a bit like too much. But all you have to do is switch up the lace, and they provide the white lace, and then it look like a totally different shoe. So now Ethan just made a very good observation. Look, the navy one and the grey one different.
Oh yeah, that's what I think. The grey one, right? For the grey one, the tongue in front is more of like a mesh material.
Yeah.
And while the navy pair is actually just like
the same as the back, which is a
normal cloth.
No. Yeah, but you guys can see. Somehow the tongues are different. Well, I really didn't see that. Now side by side, now I realize. Now, why do you think this is more popular than the other releases? Like the cloths and the undercover?
I think one of the reasons that I feel personally is the color blocking. Because I feel like for Case of Death and like cloth, I feel like the color blockings were in a way just like, to me very random colors thrown on the shoe, and it's very, very hard to pull off.
Undercovers are okay. The colors are slightly better.
Slightly
better, but then I just think that really the branding has a major factor in the price.
I think Fragment this year has done a lot of crazy collabs, and most of them hit lah. Most of them is really bangers lah.
Besides that, honestly speaking, I would prefer if they didn't go and do funny things with along the side.
Oh really, man? I really like this part though, because I feel like without the, let's say, the two coat and this branding, right, the heel area will just really look very plain to me.
One fragment logo. That's enough already. So anyway, we see now that they're coming to the end of 2021, that the LDWaffles are becoming more and more obtainable now, not as expensive. Yes. People are able to rock the silhouette. When the first one released, it was so expensive because it was the first of its kind.
Correct.
It was an inspiration, a modern take of the Nike Waffle Racer. So now, these ones are relatively affordable to obtain. When we first released it in the store, we sold a couple of pairs. People loved it. Ratings overall?
I think this is a 9.5.
Wow!
Yes. I feel like
You never even talked about this shoe before. You suddenly give it 9.5.
yeah,
Wow.
so because I mean personally I like the Sacai LD waffles because it's a very very nice comfortable shoe, and I think they did a decent job with this.
Decent job.
Yes.
For me, actually, I'll give it a solid 9. I think that it sits in a very obtainable price point, not so crazy like the OGs. Partly because I think also the supply is quite high also. So I think that is a very big factor for me. You know, it's affordable. You still can it's relatively affordable, and it's stylish and it's hype. It has all the check marks.
I'll actually give you an 8 lah. But I took away some points is because I personally cannot wear this pair because I have very wide feet. But I actually like looking at people wear them. I like the look when people wear it lah. It's just a very nice and clean shoe.
Okay, so we have reached the third segment of the show today, and on today's topic of the day, we will be talking about something that is serious, something that has happened. I think you guys already know. It has to do with our favorite man, Travis Scott. Unfortunately, he is in the news this time for something that is negative. So if you guys don't know, the recent Astroworld festival, 8 people actually passed away, and this is very unfortunate lah, because like to have people dying in a music festival, especially 8 people, you know, it's no joke lah. So we're just gonna to cover the story today and just going to talk about like who do you think is in the wrong, the events leading up to the event, what happened, and possibly like how can things improve from now onwards to prevent such a tragedy from happening. So in summary, people were trampled, they suffocated because people got really excited, started pushing.
Just people got too hyped lah, basically.
People are too hyped. So it really is quite saddening, but basically there are a lot of accounts. Number one, why didn't Travis Scott stop the show? You know, because he was obviously out there, people were trying to contact him, and there's a lot of other videos out there from different perspectives, and it's quite scary to me lah.
Okay, before the whole even the Astroworld event, actually people dig out some deleted tweets that Travis Scott was actually encouraging people to overcrowd the event, and technically overcrowding the event is not in a sense wrong, but because after that when this kind of thing happened, obviously he has to take responsibility of his tweets and words lah, basically. Yeah, and during the event, a lot of videos were actually shown, like
people trying to
basically calling out to him, but he obviously still encouraged the crowd to like, you know, oh yeah, party on, those kind of stuff. I mean, I'm rephrasing here, but yeah, there were videos showing that. But then there were also accounts saying that Travis Scott tried to help out and try to stop these kind of things from happening lah. But during the event, everybody could tell it was very crazy really. Like there was a video I think of an ambulance trying to pass through the crowd, but people were crawling on the ambulance, trying to like use the ambulance to get to the front of the concert and things like that. So the whole event was basically just very messy lah. I mean, and at the end of the day, if you really want to blame it on him, I think there's a lot of factors lah. So we can't really completely put the blame on.
I think it's not the first time something like this happened. I mean, his previous concerts, festivals, there are also people who had some injuries, but I don't think it's as major. Back then, the hype around him is not as big as now.
Then again, now they're facing a very big lawsuit, not only him, $2 billion lawsuit, but then again, like what went wrong? I mean, so many things could have been done right. Now my question is it management fault? You know, did they oversell the tickets? Did people forcefully go into the event? Like, this is just not right, you know. Like, I really you know, our thoughts go out to all those that were affected by it, but it's just not right because it's a concert. And from what I feel, Travis Scott has to take responsibility. He eventually posted an apology video which became a meme because of how half-ass it was.
I think people weren't so angry before. I think they were still angry lah, but they were more angry after it because they feel like this is basically like a publicity stunt for him to like. They feel like basically his apology video was very scripted, very like fake lah. It wasn't sincere. That's why people got more angry, saying that, oh, like why you're not even sorry that this kind of thing happened and you didn't, you know, people were starting flaming him because basically his apology video became a meme because he was like trying to fake cry, then he kept like rubbing his head, like trying to force himself to cry basically to gain the sympathy of fans and things like that.
I mean, I guess from now onwards, you know, concerts, I mean, they will learn from this. They'll put stricter rules into place. maybe don't oversell your tickets. I know some events they like to oversell tickets over the capacity, to make up for those that supposedly not gonna come. But it really is just not right, I feel.
Overall, the management is just very bad, lah. If you see the before the concert started, there was videos of how people entering. They just ran over, like, it's a metal barrier, right? Everyone was just pushing it forward, and they trampled all the way in, like trample over each other to go inside the.
Trample over the metal gate.
Yeah, and people. Yeah, it was crazy, lah. It was from the start. It was really very bad. The only sort of positive thing that came out of this is like now, other like rappers or performers, they actually look out for their fans now.
Yeah.
If you see some videos, some people, like, as soon as they see someone, like, no,
they stop
the show.
Which should be like that. Obviously Travis saying that he did manage to see, but I'm not buying it. Like, are you buying it? I mean, like, you're up down there, and then they are.
You not see it, but obviously, since we are a sneaker show, we have to talk about the sneaker part of this, which is, are people going to actually stop buying Travis? Okay, for me personally, after the accident, I actually went to check StockX on prices, and I mean, obviously his shoes are still skyrocketing, lah. I mean, there are people obviously saying, I will not buy Travis, I will sell Travis, and things like that. At the end of the day, I mean, his shoe is still hype. I feel like it's two separate things, lah. His sneakers and him as a person is two very different things, and I mean, there are obviously a few people who are trying to boycott it, but at the end of the day,
not very successful.
Not successful, lah, because his sneakers are still at the top of the game, lah.
Yeah.
I mean, Nike is obviously one of the big players in the sneaker game with Travis, and I think they're actually doing their part in a sense, because they have actually
delaying the drop.
Yeah, they delayed the Air Max drop because everybody, I think it was speculated to drop December or either January, lah. Basically one of these 2 months, but they just said no. We understand that now
it's not the right time.
It's not the right time, yeah, because of this whole entire thing that's happening, lah. Yeah.
So I guess the whole moral story is really from now onwards, all festivals should take extra precaution. We hope that this now never ever happens again. We hope that the artists themselves also, take into account on the safety of their fans. I mean, I don't know how he must be feeling, lah. He must definitely feel bad, right? Like,
he hasn't left his house since.
Huh?
He hasn't left
his house since. There's reports, and he hasn't left the house.
He should be. Yeah, I mean, let's hope he recovers and really provide help to those that really lives were lost, lah. Yeah.
He's paying for the funerals and everything for the families.
It should be, lah. It should be, lah. Something that we hope that we all can learn from and prevent more tragedies from happening in the future. Let us know what you think, guys. Who do you think is at fault? What do you think could have been done better? I personally think it's a accumulation of different parties. It could be handled better, lah. So with that, I think we've come to an end of another episode of Sneak Peek.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.